I'm starting with the Hey Jack books because these are great for the beginner readers. They were the best books for getting my son over that hump to a fluent reader. I love they also have the holiday one. I bought this for him as a Christmas gift last year, so it was perfect that he could read one for around Christmas time as well. They're written by Sally Rippin, and they are actually written so that kids with dyslexic can read them very simple. There's 4 or 5 chapters of each. I love how they start out with him in like a certain kind of mood. So right here it says he's in a jittery mood. Then as you can see that every page ends with a period. They don't split up the sentence, so it's easier for children with dyslexic. And then also they have several pictures and big writing, so there's not a lot of words on each page. And it also has these big bold words, which we use for vocab words, so it's perfect for teaching children certain words that they may not be familiar with. They also have these Billy B books, which is Jack's best friend. So if you have a daughter instead of a son, she may really enjoy these. They're also written for children with dyslexic. And I love that this one has both of them in it, and it kind of compares their favorite books. And then also has a spot in the back for your children to write his or her favorite books as well. This next one is great if you're not very artistic. I don't know a lot of artists. It gives several examples of different artists, and then it also not only tells you the different artists, but it gives you an example of their artwork, and then it gives something for your child to try to make on their own. So this one you can see where it shows the Starry Night, and then here is an example of what your child can do with it. Once we used it with Claude Monet, and this you can see it shows his water lilies painting. He was an impressionist, so it talks about the painting a little bit down here. And then over here, it has some information about him. Then on the next page, it actually shows how you can make water lilies. And it gives an example of how to do it, and then also shows what you will need for it. After studying him and other impressionist painters, we went to a small town that was having an art show, and they got to meet impressionist painters today. And then they also painted a blue bridge like Monet. So here's just kind of a quick flip through of the different activities and the different artists. These next ones are simple graphic novels. They're still chapter books, but they're very simple, lots of pictures, so they're not intimidating like a lot of chapter books are. So they're great for beginner readers who are wanting to transition to chapter books. This next one is one of our favorite for homeschooling. It's the Children's Encyclopedia. It has these QR links and codes that you can click on and turn on your phone, as well as 650 links. So it's really neat that you can read inside of here, but then also it takes you to some electronics and you can see more according to the links and then the QR codes and the internet links. So these are wonderful. So for instance, if you're studying the human body, you can click on this and it'll take you to more things about the human body. And then it also has different science words, so you can have your vocab words and study those. And again, with more links, so you can study more about it. Then it has this part is how things work. So it shows different equipments, different tools, or different items such as the camera, and you can see how the camera actually works. The computer shows how to make a movie, and then it even gives you examples on how you can do your own, which is really neat, again with more the QR codes as well. The Academy books are great for the summertime if you want to get out of your normal routine but still learn. You can learn different things such as being a chef, being an astronaut, being a veterinary, an engineer. So this shows just the contents of the chef one. And then it has different little chapters or little sections. So this is the seasoning you might need while cooking. It gives you the cooking, like looking the part, like what do you need to wear. My plan is to pair it with these books. So if my son reads all 4 of the Freddie books, then as a reward, we'll get to spend a week doing the Chef Academy so he can learn how to cook like Freddie did. So here is a quick little flip through. I would say these are probably closer to 2nd, 3rd grade level. They're a little bit harder than the Hey Jacks, but they're still pretty simple. They still have some pictures in them as well. I would say about 9, 10 chapters in most of them. Then in the back, you can see where it has some ingredients and methods on how to cook like Freddie. So it gives you directions that they can read themselves and try to make it. Also, again, the glossary where you can teach them different words to do with being a chef. So instead of a vocab curriculum, you could use these words if you want it for this theme. Then you could also use the Vet Academy with these pet vet books. So there's a whole set of them, as you can see here. There's several different ones. So what I would do is have my son or daughter read the pet books, and then we would spend a week on the Vet Academy. I'd probably set up like a little pretend vet and let them enjoy actually pretending to work on the animals. And then we would also study different animals as we read each pet book, and then we would go on to the Vet Academy and spend time doing that. So here you can see them all: the horse, the cat, the dog, python, kitten, and pup. Definitely a wide variety of animals, so I think any child would love these pet vet books. Okay, this next set are the Usborne readers. There's several of these. As you can see, we have several of them already. And you can just pick your favorite or pick a theme, especially for unit studies. These are perfect for that. So as you can see, there's several different themes you could use for unit studies: dogs, ponies, horses, cats, body, weather. So there's definitely a wide variety, and they're wonderful to use for education because they also, again, have the glossary and the words that you can study to go with it. They give examples of what to look up, and even shows different websites that you can go visit to help you study more on this main topic. So if you want to do a unit study on caterpillars and butterflies, this would be a great one for them. Okay, this one is 100 paper planes to fold and fly. We have used these in so many of my classes, especially my STEM classes. I love that it gives you examples and then it shows you exactly how to make them. So you can see here the different ones they can make. But then it also has all these fun pages that your child can use to make the actual airplanes or the jets. So it's neat that they can pick out that as well.